Hello, my loves. Welcome to Jessica's Intuition. Welcome to the next 72 hours. Look, my loves, unfortunately, it will be a little later. I'm actually putting it up now on the 28th. February 28th at 2:55 m. And 2, exactly. So I'm putting it up at night. Unfortunately, I couldn't manage it on Thursday. Something came up and then I had to work afterwards. So, yes, unfortunately a bit later, but better late than never. I'll finish recording it, then I'll upload it. So I'll upload it immediately on the German channel. On the English channel, I have to process it first, and then I'll upload it as well. Yes, and then we move on to the next topic. In other words, I need to address 3 or 4 things here. I'm not quite sure yet, but I definitely need to talk about 3 things. Let's start with the first one. I don't know if everyone has seen it yet or just a few. At least 2 have seen it. I created a 3rd channel for Jessica's Intuition. I was going back and forth with myself yesterday, or rather the day before. At first, I was totally on fire to create a 3rd additional channel for Jessica's Intuition in Spanish. Then I somehow so high up that I did it on the 25th. I started several channels, but I also had to hold myself back because I realized, hey, this all takes time. I don't know if I have the time and I want to do justice to everyone. And then I'm struggling with myself. And in the end, I decided that I definitely want the Spanish one, which is why I've already published it. It's linked on my channel and they are all interconnected. So you'll find all my channels, including the meditation channels, as well as my Jessica's Intuition channels. As I said, there will definitely be 3 in German anyway, English and Spanish. I'm still thinking a bit about the 4th one. That one would be in Turkish. As I said, I'm still thinking about it. You'll see by tomorrow or the day after at the latest whether it happens or not. As I said, I have to do justice to everyone, and accordingly, I can only take that on if I can manage all of it time-wise. Let's put it this way. So I'm motivated. Wanting is not even a question. The question really is whether I can manage to handle everything time-wise. As I said, I still have the meditation channels, currently 2 active. The 3rd one is still in the works. And I've also already started a 4th one, which I actually want to launch by next month at the latest. And I have to do justice to everyone. In principle, I would then have 8 channels here. And yes, I'm just one person. Let's put it this way. And yes, accordingly, you also have a life. As I said, no question about it. I'm not talking about wanting. I'm just talking about the ability to do it. My dear ones, as I said, from now on, there will also be videos on the Spanish channel to provide videos. It's currently in progress. The astrological forecast for March will definitely be in Spanish. I'm still debating whether I should do it in Turkish as well. As I said, you'll see that it's already out in English. I'm really liking the English channel right now. Also, the growth. The growth, I think that's what growth means. Yes, I actually like that. No question, it was my biggest dream to have that. And as I said, Spanish was also on my to-do list, but English is just more widespread. Many parts of the world, or rather it is the global language. In every country people understand that, or rather by default. As I said, many people speak English and many people will understand it more than German. Spanish is also one of the world languages, which is why I ultimately chose Spanish. Back when I graduated high school, I also chose Spanish. And I like the language, among other things. I go on vacation to Spain once a year, and I keep noticing that I really like the language. Well, I don't speak it, of course. Spanish, no question about it. I understand a thing or two. I actually watch Spanish series too, with subtitles in German or English. But I don't understand everything, and speaking is, let's just say it's not bad, but it's not good either, as I said. Nevertheless, I find the Spanish language very, very beautiful. And yes, I then decided to do that as well, as I said. I've always had a connection with Turkish, actually, since, let's say, my youth. I've always met Turkish girlfriends and also colleagues or someone The Turkish language has always been a part of my life. I would say that I understand even less of it than Spanish, but I do understand a few things. But yes, it's not like I would say that I can't speak the language at all. So, as I said, those are just individual words, individual sentences that you can understand. But I think I'm not the only one. There are many who understand that. And I decided to do that because I would now also claim that Turkish, many understand, or rather many speak it here, especially in Germany. Many understand. That's just the case for a lot of people. The mother tongue. And I also like the language. I enjoy listening to it. I like it. That's why I also decided on Turkish. As I said, I think I'm going to start with that. I think I've just decided to really go for it. But it gives me a little time until everything is sorted out and settled. Yes, I think by the weekend, by Sunday. So my goal is to have all the me and my counterpart readings done here on Jessica's Intuition in German, including Sunday. And then also in English and, of course, also in Spanish and Turkish. That was my goal. Those are my thoughts. So I do think that I will also start the channel in Turkish. The first reading that will come out in Spanish will be, as I said, the astrological prediction. And I won't do the March reading again. So they will only be in English. But the me and my counterpart readings will also be available in Spanish and then very likely in Turkish as well. And yes, ultimately, as I said, I want to be done with that by Sunday. And by Monday, at the latest, I also want to start with the spring readings. And yes, that's how they will go. Here is probably Joke published the earliest, then in English, and then in Spanish, and then in Turkish. So everything step by step. And I want to lead them right away. Not that I'm saying I'll do just this on one channel and only that on the other. So if they are, then they should really be identical. So that's my plan, my loves. Yes, then I unfortunately have some sad news. Last night I did the astrological prediction for March, and the new moon message in Pisces, or for the new moon message in Pisces. And yeah, it just didn't work while editing. Then my phone kept showing this message: I have no more storage space and I have plenty. Storage space, I don't know what. The mistake was in that moment, I was really very tired when I made the videos. And I must have deleted the video in that tired state. And because it felt too silly to me, to put it bluntly, I also deleted my deleted folder because it kept showing that I had no more storage space, it couldn't be saved, that processed video. And then I also deleted my shopping cart. No, not my shopping cart, my trash, or rather my deleted folder. I also deleted that. That means it's no longer on my phone, and I actually deleted it on the PC as well. And I probably have I deleted the new moon message. I found it today. Or rather, it was already yesterday when I searched for it, and I couldn't find it anymore, not even in the trash can, as I mentioned, in the deleted folder. And I thought to myself, this can't be true. Then I looked on the PC, and I had already deleted it there too, because I uploaded the video from that I uploaded the astrological prediction in English last night, and then I automatically deleted everything on the PC too, because for me it's all online. So for me it's all online, I don't need it anymore. And that's why it's unfortunately no longer there, my dears. What should I say? Shit happens. Unfortunately, that's just how it is now. So unfortunately, there won't be a new moon message in English. Accordingly, there won't be one in Spanish or Turkish either. Yes, as I said, the new moon already happened from Thursday to Friday night. And of course, the message is still there. The energy is still there too. But I have finally decided to do so. That really annoys me. It's really disappointing. For me, that I didn't pay attention to that. Something like this really happens to me rarely. I would say once a year. Something like this really never happens to me. Never. I would say, this has now happened, my dears. What should I say? Shit happens. And yes, so it stays as it is now. Then it just won't happen. Exactly. Those are definitely the two things I wanted to bring up with the other channels and the video that I deleted. But I will, as I said, start the I and my counter consideration now. In English, in Spanish, and then also in Turkish when I decide to do so 100%. Exactly. And on the German channel, they will definitely be finished by Sunday. And then I have another concern. My dears, yes, I would say I'm asking you, I would also like to warmly invite you to check out my meditation channels. Check out the videos. I've noticed in the recent readings, or rather, here in the videos, I've noticed that it's often about meditation and relaxation, retreating, taking time for yourself. And if you listen to them for just 10 minutes or 5 minutes or half an hour, however long, they are made extra long so you can play them quietly overnight. You don't have to have it blaring loud, just to relax. I actually did that too, and it really is relaxing. And as I said, I kindly ask you to check it out. I would also like to warmly invite you to that. I wanted to bring that up once more. And then I have one more thing that I definitely wanted to bring up here. Yesterday, or rather the day before yesterday, I had a survey on my German channel published when you would like to have the weekly reading in the future. So I really want as many people as possible to vote. Some have already voted. As I said, I'm waiting until Saturday because on Saturday I will record the weekly reading. And I provided 4 times that I think are okay in terms of timing. If you have another time in mind, please let me know in the comments. I will take that into account. Yes, nonetheless, the majority will decide. To be completely honest, if there's a sting, either I'll decide then or I'll do a second raffle. Raffle. A survey? A drawing, exactly. A survey? Exactly. Currently, the time 8 o'clock is in the lead by a long shot. And then we have 5 and 6 o'clock. 10 o'clock is currently the least popular. 8 o'clock is in the lead. So it currently has the highest percentage, as I said. Feel free to vote, and on Saturday I will make my decision accordingly. I will usually record them 1 or 2 days in advance, and then it will also be available beforehand for the channel members. I just wanted to mention that briefly. As for the channel members, they will have access to it beforehand. To buy the video, and then everyone else on Sunday at the time that he chooses, I can set it up so that I make them available beforehand for the channel members, and everyone else will get it at the time that you vote on. Exactly. I wanted to mention that again, so please vote, make your choice, my dears. And yes, I'm looking forward to it. So I would say let's start with the 72-hour overview. Yes, in the 72-hour overview, the next 72 hours, always remember that this oracle is timeless. Then when you see it, does that have any significance for you for the coming 72 hours? Even if you see it a week, a month, or a year later, these are timeless tendencies. A reading doesn't find you without reason. There's a message in there for you. Okay, let's get the main theme for the coming 72 hours, my dears. Please, main message. What wants to come to us in the next 72 hours? The vision, oh my God. That was the message. Wow, let me not lie to you. That was the message from the astrological prediction. That was the message. Wow, let me not lie to you. That was the message from the astrological forecast for March. I'm currently thinking about what was in the new moon oracle, but I mean, that was the astrological forecast for March. And yes, I also said to hold on to your vision. There was also this tendency, a new cycle is beginning. The vision, the 11, is this here too? So, yeah, exciting. I find it really exciting. I can't say it any other way. Let me take a quick look in the little book. I already have the cards under the cover. I would also like to take that with me. There we have taking action. And it's about putting things into action. So, to take action means to implement, to act. We have the 77, which is the chariot. And the chariot represents moving forward, also taking action, not hesitating any longer. Focus on what you want, focus on where you want to go, especially also set your goals. Let's take a look in the book. We have the 11. Am I already that far? By the way, the 11 is page number 32. This is the Hierophant number 5. The vision, the images of your soul guide you. Yeah, that works. I would say about the Hierophant. They show you the way and provide answers to your questions. In the early morning, pay attention to your dreams, and during the day to spontaneous inspirations. My dears, I will mention this in the weekly reading because I still need to be clear with myself about what that was for me. With the other channels, whether it was a vision, whether it was an inspiration, I'm not really sure right now if I actually dreamed it or if I had an astral journey. I still don't know. As I said, I'm still looking for the answer myself. You'll find out on Saturday. Yes, I also find it fitting here with the vision, with the card. And then we have the 7. Page number 24. Yes, it's number 6. The life-changing decision for one or the other. We have the 7 here on it. Then comes the Chariot after the 6. The topic is taking action. You are being asked and can help bring something into existence. Be active, put it into action. Don't wait for decisions or the will of others. Get up and get active. Exciting. I'm going to use a new deck of cards for this reading. I can show you them. They look like this. I think I got them from Etsy. I will keep you updated. I've had them long. I've had them since last year. I've never used them before. Used always sounds used. Used? I've never used them before. This is the premiere here. I'll link them for you below. And, yes, let's see what is coming our way in the next 72 hours. So, please, the message for the next 72 hours. I need to go through them again. The cards are really beautiful. I ordered them last year. They're really smooth. That's a material I don't. Andrea, what I don't like, what I don't absolutely favor, but I really indeed certainly like the images. So, the 2 cards don't want to come out. Okay, they don't want to go in. They don't want to go in. Then let's take them out. Let's see what we've got there. The Tower, yes, the Tower here. The Tower. It's about change, my dears. The Tower has appeared very often in the daily readings. Also, in general lately, I would say no matter in which oracle, the Tower has very often... Yes, the Tower has come up very often. With the Tower, it's always about changing something in your life. That can happen suddenly. It can even happen overnight. It's this upheaval, this breaking away, this feeling of a new beginning. One wants to leave the old behind, the old beliefs, the old structures. Everything where you realize I'm no longer in sync with it. I can't relate to that anymore. How do you say that? I just can't relate to that anymore. One wants to free oneself from those things or from a section in your life. And we have the Sun, my dear. The 2 cards didn't want to go back into the deck, the Sun, and that's what I just said. A new chapter in life wants to begin for you here. What should I say? So, a new chapter in life. The Sun also always represents the happiness that wants to come now. You always have your happiness in your own hands. It's always in your hands what you make of your life. You have your life in your own hands. You can decide for yourself what to do from a certain age. And yes, a new chapter in life wants to begin for you here. My dear ones, in the next 72 hours, you get to decide what we have under the deck. The Knight of Swords is very determined. The Knight of Swords makes decisions, is very determined, and doesn't lose sight of his goal. Out of sight is brave, courageous, daring, and very, 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 very determined. So he's going headfirst into the wall. He doesn't care what happens in the background. He wants to reach his goal no matter the cost, whatever it takes. And after me, the Deluge. That's such an energy. And then we have the 6, the Swords. That's behind me, and after me, the Deluge. So this is a very, very strong energy here. Wow. Let's move on. So I would definitely like to have 1 or 2 more cards. The Moon under the deck. That's also a wonderful card. Look at the Moon, how it looks. Intuition is very strong here in the foreground. The intuition, the vision here. Also the 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles. So I would say 5 Everyone knows it's like a series that you have to overcome. And the Five of Pentacles is about lack. You suffer, you realize, hey, that's no longer what fits me. I just looked. We have different coins here, but it's 5 times this star. So it's 5 coins. That also tells me you've already reached halfway, even if the path takes you somewhere else now. And here we have, in both cards, a person who keeps moving on and continues on their way. It can actually also be about finances for some people. We have the topic of money. What I also showed, the topic of money also tells me again that the 5 of coins represents a lack. Maybe, as I said, you're not earning enough in your job. It's not well paid. If you're unhappy there, then you should change this situation, your job as well. Then you should also leave this situation. Here we have the 9 of coins, my dears. Discipline will pay off. Do something. Take responsibility for your life. With the moon, I have a strong sense of intuition here, also the topic of dreams. And we were also here with the card about the topic of dreams. Write down in the morning what you dreamed, or maybe you have a moment like I do. I fell asleep, as I said, because I was really exhausted. I was really tired. And if you're not paid enough and you're unhappy there, then you can change the situation. Your job as well. Then you can also leave this situation. Here we have the 9 of coins, my dear ones. Discipline will pay off. Do something. Take responsibility for your life. With the moon, I have a strong intuition here also about the topic of dreams. And here we are with the card about the topic of dreams. Do you write down what you dreamed about in the morning? Or maybe you have a moment like I did. I fell asleep, as I said, because I was really exhausted. I was really tired. And normally, I never sleep that early, actually. I actually fell asleep on the couch. And as I said, I still can't quite place what that was. I've had something like that before. I don't want to say I've never had it, but it was different. And what should I say, my dear ones? It was just different. And then I did something too. It actually happened overnight. I also did something, and that didn't happen to me. I wouldn't say it doesn't happen often, but as I said, it has happened before. I can also remember that it has happened before. But this time it was really intense, much, much stronger than if I had done something like time travel. As I said, I'll tell you more about it on Sunday, or rather, on Saturday I'll tell you about it, and on Sunday you'll hear more. I'll tell you more about it then. So I need to tell you more about it in detail. I think I need to write something down about that. Hold on to your vision. I want to say here, intense dreams. With the moon, we have strong dreams, instincts, intuition, abilities that you might discover. Maybe for some of you, it's also a new spiritual awakening. We just had the new moon, right? New beginnings, my dear ones. Let's take a look. I would like one more. After the 5 of Pentacles, what do we have there? The 8 of Swords. Under the deck, the devil. Hallelujah. What should I say about that? And after that, we have death. I like that. Something will be revealed here shortly. We'll take a look at that in a moment. Let's start with the 8 of Swords and the devil. Those are the 8 of Swords, right? Oh, the swords, because I actually only see 4. There are some more back there in the background. Or rather, I see that in the sword, there's a sword, I feel. So here, in the middle, I don't know if you can see it, but in the sword, there's another sword. So it's definitely the 8 of Swords. Here it says 8 of Swords. It's the 8 of Swords. It doesn't necessarily have to be 8 on it. It's the 8 of Swords card. The 8 of Swords also touches on the topic of beliefs. What are you allowed to let go of now? What makes you uncertain, right? What might be confusing you, right? Where are you forcing something on yourself? Old beliefs? Where are you still holding on to old beliefs? Where are you still holding on to something that you can't really identify with anymore, right? What makes you unhappy? Where are you trapped, right? Where you're not really paying attention, right? Where you are simply unhappy. This is definitely about the devil here. With this energy, you are definitely still dependent on something or someone here. Set yourself free. Again. Set yourself free. Hold on to your vision. I have the feeling that 1 or 2 of you, and this will be the majority, have at least one goal. At least one dream that you haven't fulfilled yet. Why not? Because you didn't take action. Because you didn't implement it. Because you're not ready to let go of the old. And here it's about letting go of the old. You can leave the old behind now. Maybe it's also the topic of fear. The devil also sometimes represents fear, that you're afraid to take a new path. People are afraid to start something new. Something new can also bring along some fears, but that also means that you get caught up in it. I wouldn't say it's unnecessary thinking, but rather that people tend to talk about things negatively instead of positively. That they can become good and would rather stay in this dependency, or that you'd rather stay where you're already disappointed, where you're trapped anyway, where you might feel helpless, where you are also unhappy because it gives you some sense of security because you know it even though you are unhappy. And a new path, a new step brings a lot of fear to many. I love it. I can't say it any other way. I love it. But I am also an Aries. I'm in this energy where I need a fresh breeze. I need new things. I need this change of scenery, because I get bored quickly and I just need a bit more action in my life. And that's why, as I said, I have to slow myself down because I tend to overdo it. I also tend to exaggerate. That's actually this Aries energy, then I'm totally on fire. And want everything at once. It felt like I was dancing at 10 weddings at the same time. So as I said, my dear ones, don't be afraid of the new. Don't be afraid to take new paths, new steps, new things. To leave situations. What wants to be revealed here? The Page of Pentacles is fascinated by something new, is ready to invest his coin. When you discover something new, it can be a vision, it can be a dream. Hold on to it. Very, very important. And move into implementation, into action. Be ready? Death has also shown itself very often in the last few days. Death also represents letting something go here. Not just one thing, maybe even several things. It represents change once again. I would also like to place this one up here right away. For change and also for new beginnings, big change. We're now entering March, my dear ones. Something big is coming our way. Just wait until Neptune enters Aries. So that's also the vision and the action. That actually fits as well but Neptune doesn't enter Aries until the 30th. March into Aries, and then at the end of May. That's the 25th. May, when Saturn also enters Aries, that will find a lot in our lives. Much will change that. Many will then open their eyes. Get familiar with the energies now. As a little piece of advice for you. Okay, I want to draw another piece of advice for you. What advice do you get from the tarot here? Yes, the Page of Coins, my dear ones. Be ready to invest your coin. What fascinates you, be ready to invest where you want to go. Be ready. But here, in general, we need to invest. Stand for. Yes, they stand for the material. They stand for finances. They stand for responsibility, for stable development. So everything like this material stuff that's there, what you can touch, but also the topic of money. So that means invest in something. That means invest in yourself. That means if you have some kind of idea here, like I said, a vision, you might have to invest money for that, but it will pay off in the end. So go for it. Don't hesitate. Sometimes you have to take risks in life. As a reborn person, that's maybe easier to say than for another sign right now. Nevertheless, think about it. We have everything within us. Everyone has everything within us. I have separated the cards. Here we have the Ace, the Cups. That's also so beautiful in this deck. The Ace of Cups signifies new beginnings. And I wanted to show you the bottom card again, the one we just had behind it. The Seven of Cups, illusion or vision. Do you have a vision here? Then hold on to it and put it into action. With the Seven of Cups, it's always like this. You have 7 cups and you can't decide. As I said, is it an illusion? Is it a vision? Is it a fantasy? Is it possible here? Are you even capable of taking action here? Or are you rather incapable? There are so many possibilities. As I said, go into meditation. You often find answers there. I warmly invite you once again. Okay, I'll leave it like that. I really like this deck of cards. Awesome. First spread with it. Awesome messages. So that definitely resonates with me. The only thing I don't like is that they're so smooth. But well, I believe that this makes the images more intense. Really beautiful deck of cards. I'm definitely going to use that more often. I'm definitely going to draw some more here. We once had the topic of leadership here as well. Let's first draw an angel message for you. Answers from the angels. And we're also going to draw a leadership message here. The angels of leadership. Are we getting some advice for you from the angels here? Or, as I said, an answer to your question. It can always be advice or answers. Yes. what I felt here too. Okay. We got 4 of them. That was the second, the third, that was the first, and that was the last. I want to take a look at that myself first. Let's get started. Blessed. Changes are coming your way. You will be happy. You will be the sun. That's the greatest happiness card in the deck. It can't get any better. Ask your angels. You are allowed to connect with your angels yourself. Ask your angels. Then we have abundance that wants to come. A fulfilled life. Abundance. Perhaps fulfillment for one or another. And what do we have here? Yes, the golden opportunity, my dear ones. The golden opportunity. Something is coming here that will make you happy. What do we have under the deck? Theme. Let go. One or another definitely needs to let go of something here. I mentioned that with death, and I also mentioned it with the Tower. And with the Devil, I said that you definitely need to free yourself from something where you are in lack, where you feel insecure, where you might still be thinking about or holding on to old beliefs that blind you and make you dependent in some way. Now, you can go out. Let's take a look. The angels of guidance. Are we getting a message for the coming 72 hours, please? I think that's too many. What do we have here? No, 3 pieces, that's fine. Let's take a look. The revelation appears in the light of your truth. Once the 40, the 4 is the ruler. But for me, it's just like this. I have this solar energy here. I have here. So the theme of the sun, revelation. Something might also come to light. Or as I said, you might get a vision. What could that actually be? And I also have these visions everywhere here. Patience. Calm awakens. Calm grows in serenity. Time is your friend. I am very impatient. We have the 12 here. That's the hanged one. Sometimes things stagnate and sometimes it doesn't move forward as quickly as we would like. But as I said, the theme is patience. And then we have the 15 here. That's the Devil also goes into the 6. By the way, here is the 12th. That also goes back to the 3, to the Empress, and Emperor. Kim says, Dwella, cleansing fits even if you drift away, it only frees you. The theme is cleansing, healing. Cleansing, cleanse your heart and mind. Renewal is near. For me, there's definitely the star energy behind it. My dear ones, these are really beautiful messages. For all those who are looking for love, let's draw a love message here. In other words, it doesn't necessarily have to be a love message. It can also, another message could come out. There are also other messages in there. So, please give me your message for the next 72 hours. We have playfulness. Laughter is the best therapy on earth. Enjoy each other, don't forget. Love is the best healer. Light and easy. And then we have the voice of your heart. When you leave this world, you can't take anything with you, only your soul. And if you are here, unfulfilled and not seeing your plan, I will be fulfilled in the next video where I'll talk about my soul process. That will come out sometime in early March. Am I going to film the next one? I've had the feeling for a long time that something wants to come out, a message, but timing, am I really going to manage that only by early March? And I'll have more to say about that. The topic of soul plans, what I think about it, what my thoughts are, and we are incarnated here on this earth, or rather in today's time, which is now in this life. I will also say something in the next video about the video Me and My Soul Process. That will come out sometime in early March. I will shoot the next one then. I've had the feeling for a long time that something wants to come out, a message, but I can actually only manage that at the beginning of March. And I will say something about that topic, soul plans, what I think about it, what my thoughts are. And We are incarnated here on this earth. In other words, in today's time, right now in this life, because we have a plan, what you might not have accomplished in your previous life, well, I always see it this way. What we can't achieve in this life, for some people, the circle closes. It's never done. Or they get reincarnated, or as I said, I'll say something about this in the next video. What I think about it, how I see it. Whatever my opinion is, as I said, I'd be happy to share it with you at some point on a topic like this. I have to be completely honest. I'm really satisfied with how the video has been received by you all. So this has the best views so far, my dear ones. That has been watched the most. And yes, I'm actually really happy about that. I received a few dislikes, but of course I knew that with a video like this, with a statement like that, it would be like this. These are really the people who still believe in that, who haven't opened their eyes yet, but who really stay in that kind of energy. That's a lack of energy. As I said, free yourself, detach from what weighs you down, what holds you back. It's also somewhere that you can be unhappy in such a connection, in a soul connection. As I said, the topic is seeing duality, seeing twins, but I don't want to go into that too much right now. Just check out the video. It's online. As I said, this is the best video so far in terms of views that has been watched. And yes, as I said, I will talk about that again. Then let's start making a video now. And just to mention again, follow the voice of your heart. When you leave this world, you can't take anything with you. Only your soul. And what does it bring you if you don't fulfill yourself in this life? Follow your heart here. My dear ones, I'm absolutely done. Yes, the video went a bit faster. Oh, quickly. I actually wanted to say it took a bit longer and not faster, but okay, it went by faster after all. I thought it would take an hour, but it actually went a bit longer, but it still went pretty quickly towards the end. Definitely hold on to your vision here and take action. That is definitely the main message here from this video, from this oracle. But I also have the feeling that this tendency lasts for a longer period, not just these coming 72 hours. As I said, I actually see this for some people for a longer period. If you ever find a video like this, as I said, after the time period, it's a timeless oracle. There is no date attached. It finds you for a reason. There is a message in there. And if I've only spoken one sentence here that resonates with you, it has an important meaning for you. Okay, my dear ones, I'm looking forward to the future. I really can't say it any other way. I'm open to new things. I'm open to so many possibilities. I've already thought of things myself about how to do everything better. Also with the technology, because I actually have this topic live, streaming. I would really love to do that, but not anymore though. I believe the weekly message will no longer be done as a live stream from now on. I honestly didn't like that. I'm coming live again on Saturday evening for the Q&A session about tarot. This Q&A with answers from the tarot. My God, I can't speak anymore today that I will answer your questions with the super chat. You can already send me questions in advance via PayPal, of course, and I will answer them beforehand in the live stream. Otherwise, it's all good. Everything about the super chat, then live exactly. And that's something I think about. I would actually like to do that in other languages too, like English and then also Spanish and Turkish, but it's just not possible for me right now. And what if there was a possibility for it to be translated automatically? So as I said, it definitely exists. I haven't discovered it yet. But things like that, yeah, I just keep thinking about it. And I believe that it will exist in the future at some point. So we will evolve so much. There will be so many possibilities. When I started here on YouTube in 2021, I wasn't even thinking about anything like that. I was glad that I had my channel here and could lay out my cards. And yes, I have grown so much by now. I can't say it any other way. I also want to take a moment to say thank you. I actually forget that very often. I want to say thank you to everyone who has found their way to me, who has subscribed to me, who has given me their subscription. Thank you so much for that, my dear ones. I am really very grateful. I'm really excited about that, especially about your comments. I'm really behind. I need to answer a few, but I'll make time for that on the weekend across all channels. So don't be surprised if you don't get a heart or anything. I saw it. I'll take my time to read through everything and then respond over the weekend, Saturday or Sunday. And then also hearts. Exactly. So I really love it. Thank you so, so much for that. And for the likes, as I said, for the comments, and for giving me your subscription. If you activate the bell, you will never miss a video, no matter what channel you are on. You will be automatically notified as soon as I upload a video. My dear ones, I can't express how happy I am. Well, I can't put it into words. I think you can tell. First of all, I truly wish you all the very best from the bottom of my heart. Use this energy, make the most of the time, do something with it, okay? Fulfill yourselves. This is really, really important here. And yes, I wish you all a wonderful 72 hours. All the best, and see you at the next reading.